Howdy everybody, and welcome to another exciting episode of the Faab Five campaign here on the Random Rhapsody Network. I'm Matthew R. Dawson, your friendly neighborhood host and GM, and joining me around my virtual table today are Joe, Jeremy, Koines, and Kyle. Say hi, everyone.
Hola!
Yo.
Hi!
There we go, now we caught you.
Maybe it was Kyle's whatever he did that fucked everything up before.
I have no idea.
Blame me.
But before we begin, we do have a few announcements to get through, starting with the sponsor for tonight's show, XSplit. Kyle?
That's right, Matt. XSplit is a high-quality virtual webcam background remover that works with your already existing webcam. Using this program, you can protect your privacy while you work or play remotely. You can blur, remove the background entirely, or even put your favorite picture as your background instead. XSplit can even be used as a broadcaster for your content creation. You can download the app today at xsplit.com, and if you use the coupon code RANDOM, you get 10% off your purchase. You can find our referral link in the chat and show description. Back to you, Matt.
Thank you, Kyle. Nice announcer voice. Next off, I'm pleased to announce that we have a date set up for our newest campaign here on the network. The first episode of Sonnet of Blood, a Curse of Strahd campaign, will air on Wednesday, April 12th at 6 p.m. Central Time. 2 weeks before that, on Wednesday, March 29th, we will be doing a special introductory session 0 with the players, probably around 7:30 Central-ish. It's kind of fluid. Also, this Saturday, March 25th, I will be playing Yehoshu, the Forge Cleric, over on All on the Table's Light of Cinders campaign, which will air at 2 p.m. Central Time on twitch.tv/thetransverse. So be sure to check out that as well. Okay, that should do it for the announcements. So join us as we dive into the world of Loroupa and continue on with the adventures of the Faab Five. And we're back. So when we last left off, the Faab Five had traveled deeply into the intestines of the creature known as Ambar'belthor in an attempt to discover what the invading Drow were doing inside the mostly dead but not quite beast. After encountering a group of traveling Drow led by a High Inquisitor named Calrin, Necthros Veil distracted the party, while the rest of his teammates could sneak away and find a more advantageous position. This allowed the squad to return to the stomach and hide to ambush the Inquisitor and his soldiers. Inside the stomach, Apollyon readied himself to swing around and kick using the crane as a pendulum. The more stealthy members of the squad also hid in various alcoves, and Eloise kept herself back to act as a reserve. Unfortunately for the party, the observant Drow were able to spot Alnad in his hiding spot, spurring blood from a stone to let loose his arrows at the closest enemy. And so, Faab Five, Faab Five, your group made quick work of the Drow and Quagoth forces, though your ambush didn't go quite as planned. Blood was able to snipe the Inquisitor before the man could even make a move.
Died like a bitch.
Yeah, Apollyon was enlarged by Eloise and used that extra height to occupy the Quagoth, and Alnad revealed a new weapon that he possessed, which was kind of fun. When the dust settled, the Inquisitor's party lay dead, and there was a cool magic bridge on the ground for you all to grab. But before we get into all the looting or whatever else you plan to do with all those corpses, a question comes to each of your minds. And that question is, what type of creature in the world are you most intrigued by? And since it looks like blood rolled, why don't you go ahead and go first?
Well, back home, we get a lot of like elemental types out of the desert. There's earth elementals, wind elemental, or air elementals. They're just very interesting and fascinating creatures. They sometimes will just be like a tornado of wind, or sometimes it'll like actually take the shape of a creature. I don't know too much about them. They are a son of a bitch to kill too. So they're just very interesting. They, like I said, they take all forms, all different kinds of shapes. They're very interesting. Pain in the ass.
Okay, I like it. Apollyon, how about you?
Well, I think it's pretty obvious I revere dragons in all their forms, but definitely my father, Arcades the Sapphire Dragon, is the best and most interesting creature in the universe.
I wonder what's up with him right now.
Let's not worry about it.
Liam.
He's doing his thing, we're doing our thing.
Yeah, sure. Liam, what about you?
I've always been quite fascinated with the dragon turtle, personally. According to rumors, you can befriend the thing, you could ride on it, you could fight it to the death and probably lose, but there are so many options when it comes to the massive beast. I don't know. They always intrigued me.
Yeah, those dragon turtles, those are kind of cool. Necthros Veil, how about you?
Well, I think the obvious answer is the undead, but a close second would be the Fae. Ever since meeting Jareth, I'm pretty intrigued by all sorts of Fae, especially Jareth's kind. Mic check.
No, I can hear you, bud. I think
Alright.
he's talking to either he's muted himself or he's talking to the chat.
Oh, there I go. Nope, sorry. Yeah, it was muted. Yeah, those Fae creatures are actually pretty damn interesting. We really haven't dealt with them a whole lot in this campaign, but there are portals to the Fae realm that do exist, so who knows what'll happen in the future. But, okay. Well, anyway, as I said, you've all just wiped out yet another company of Drow. The Inquisitor lies dead on the ground. All the Quagoth kind of had to run over him and trampled his body quite a bit as they went past. And, you know, like, at one point he damn near fell probably into that stomach acid. But there he is. And Veil, the moment, like, danger passed, Veil, like, dropped down out of his palanquin of zombies and started searching that guy and didn't really come up with much. But everybody else is dead, and you all stand there. And probably about this time, I don't know how long it lasts. I don't think it only lasts like a minute or so.
The enlarge reduce.
The enlarge reduce. Yeah, I think it'll only last.
I think it's a minute. Yeah, it'd be either a minute or 10 minutes.
I'm waiting for Eloise's character sheet to load to check.
Well, I'll tell you what, Liam is most intrigued by this little bridge they have there, especially since he already fell into the acid once. That has definitely caught his eye.
Okay.
Yeah, 1 minute.
Yep, 1 minute. So, Apollyon, you have reduced down in size to your normal form once again.
But we got a lot of good jokes in while you were nice and girthy.
That's right.
Do you want to put us on the map, or?
No, you can't be on the
Oh.
map. You're not allowed.
Oh. Okay.
So am I able to? Is he still wearing armor? The Inquisitor.
Oh yeah, he is still wearing armor. The Inquisitor is there down on the ground next to you, pretty much. Got some feet print on him and whatnot, and he does have a breastplate on that he's wearing. He also had a lance that he was carrying. I think I described him as wearing like a cloak and that sort of thing, and he probably has a belt on his waist. You want to go ahead and do a full investigation on the guy since we're here?
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do. With the breastplate off, maybe giving myself advantage to look for that necklace.
Blood's gonna come over and help. He doesn't care about the necklace, but he's gonna come help search.
Blood
'cause he
doesn't
wants a
know anything
trophy.
about the necklace. But,
No, well, yeah, he wants a trophy, so
Yeah.
he will help him search this dead body.
Sure, Blood can come over and help you help you take that breastplate off of him, which is a very lovely piece. It's black metal and engravings on it, very typical for Inquisitors, that sort of thing. A lot of Drow markings, very spider-esque. So go ahead and roll that investigation.
I mean, Blood's got a 4. Well, I guess you probably should have. God damn, I was gonna say you don't have better
18.
than I do.
Okay. You begin searching over this body now that Blood has helped you take the breastplate off. In total, he has on him, like I said, there's that lance that he was carrying, which is long and black, kind of spiked at the tip. Yeah, you would go there.
I'm a fucking toddler. I am a goddamn toddler. Sorry.
Mhm.
One person giggles, then everyone giggles.
Yeah.
Not everyone.
It's your description. It's just right. Go ahead. I'm gonna mute myself so I can laugh in private.
Anyway, besides the barbed lance that he was carrying, that's kind of like has something on it that you can kind of put over your shoulder. He's wearing a cloak. He's got some somewhat ornate looking boots. He's got a dagger at his side. He also has some basic material components and that sort of thing for spells. And in total, he has, let's see, 217 electrum pieces and 108 silver pieces. Anesthetics also giggling in chat, and she's giving her inspiration to her favorite furry, Blood from a Stone. However, with your thorough investigation, you do not find the necklace that he had shown you previously.
Okay.
I guess, I mean, if Blood can do his own, he's not looking for, obviously he doesn't know about that, but he's just looking for like a trinket or something like that looks like it might have been special on this guy that maybe meant something to him, because this is one of his biggest kills that he's taken down of a guy like this, and he wants a trophy.
Yeah, but how would you know that without knowing the stats?
What?
I would just say he's hurt. Well, she called him like Inquisitor. He sees Veil like treating this asshole like he's something, and this guy's got this retinue with him. I mean, this guy's got to be something important.
They're going to put up some sort of resistance to you taking anything off of him as a trophy.
Oh, you are.
Yes. And he
What
looks you
kind
right
of
in the eye.
resistance are you going to put?
I'm
This
going to
is
say,
The
don't.
second group of Drow and their minions we've come up against that you haven't done a fucking thing on. So now I'm
Again.
really got to wondering, what's your goddamn game here?
He's going to kind of brush off the hostility and say, I'm just going to simply put, do not take anything as a trophy off this man.
Are you gonna physically try and stop me?
Would you like to find out?
Yes, I would.
Oh, that's we're saying things now, aren't we? So, Vale, did you get any information?
I did, and I'm going to direct everyone's line of sight towards the path that we didn't take before. Can we see it from here, or is it just in a general direction?
Can you see it from here? That's a good question. Where you are right now, Vale, you would not see the location, but the rest of you did see the tunnel to the north.
Is his little map? Because we probably saw him holding.
Oh yeah, I did forget about that map. Thank you for reminding me. You did find that map on him. It was actually kind of like under his body and smushed on a little bit. But it does show like a vague kind of sketch of the stomach and several pathways. And one of them has an arrow pointed towards it, which does coincide with that tunnel to the north above where Eloise is currently standing.
Now, before I, finally give up on the search for this necklace, is there a way I could do an Arcana or a History check as to determine, maybe there was some sort of necklace that popped it out of existence or teleported to another somewhere else, or some information that would, close the give me closure as to why I could not find the necklace.
Yeah, there's no Arcana check, there's no History check that could give you any information on a necklace that disappeared. However, what I will allow is a survival check. If you're trying to read the terrain around you and see if you can glean any information about it.
Okay. Yeah, with my -1, I will go for that. That is a 16.
It's difficult to tell with a 16. You're looking over the whole area, and as I said, one of the things that really sticks out to you is how this guy and in particular, because he was the first one dropped, all of the Quagoth that had to come up and attack all the rest of your party all kind of charged over him and ran along him. You're seeing there's spaces where his hair was once really long and kind of pulled outward and fanned around, that's been burned away by that bubbling stomach acid and things like that. So could somebody have just stomped on the guy and knocked it off and it disappeared in the stomach acid? It's theoretically possible. It's difficult to tell.
Aren't these things supposed to be their pets? Do they just... I guess they have no reverence for them, or they just step on him and trample him as his dead body lays there?
I mean, think how a dog would act.
There were other Drow here, too. You'd think they would have said something. Maybe they didn't like him.
So, Vale's going to pull out the old metal detector and ritually cast Detect Magic.
Cool. How long are you to cast Detect Magic?
It takes 2 minutes.
It takes how long to ritual? 11?
Well, a minute and 6 seconds, right? Isn't it?
No, ritual is
it's
10
10
minutes.
It's 10 minutes.
Okay,
plus the casting
it is
time.
one action.
So it's 10 minutes plus 6 seconds.
Yes.
If he wants to use the ritual stuff, though.
Yeah, because I don't have it. I don't have it slotted. So
okay.
Okay. So Vale wants to sit down and begins ritually casting Detect Magic. What's everyone else doing in those 10 minutes?
I'm intrigued by this bridge. I want to check that out, see if I can figure out its secrets.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check to see if you can understand how this thing works.
That sounds about right.
Hey, you walk on it. That's all you need to know.
Yeah. It's a metal bridge that seems to be made of some type of blackish gray metal, and they put it down and you walk on it. It's cool.
Yeah, with a 3, Liam, or a 2, I guess, sorry. Liam jumps up and down on the thing, goes, oh, this thing's pretty sturdy. Too
Did
bad
we-
it's not portable.
Did we see them bring in the whole thing, or was it something small and expanded?
You guys wouldn't have
Blood
seen it.
would have seen it.
Oh, actually,
Blood
yeah,
was
you're
a-
right. Blood would have seen it. He was
Blood
pretty
and,
close to that.
Yeah, Blood and 2 would have seen it.
You would have seen that it was small and kind of cube-like, and then they manipulated something on the sides, or at least they did something because it was like on the other side and you couldn't quite
Okay.
see it, and then it expanded outward and got long. And
If he hears him stomping on it, he goes, it was a little box before, kind of like your boat, and they fiddled with something on the sides of it, put it down, and it became that. You could have Miss Eloise take a look.
Yeah, but you probably have to be a magic user to make it change shapes. There's no way I could figure it out.
Eloise will go, "Oh, gee, guys, I don't know."
Oh, shit. All right, well, when Mumbles over here is done, he's going to look at Veil chanting. He goes, when he's finished, ask him to take a look at it. And while he's chanting, Blood's going to look for his trophy. So just a bauble, anything small. It doesn't matter what it is. And I guess,
Yeah, make a perception check.
Oh, perception, okay.
Or investigation's fine, either or.
All right, 17.
Okay. With the 17, as you're looking over this guy, you do notice that on one of his pinky finger that there is a small black ring on it. Didn't look like a whole hell of a lot, just a little pinky ring. But it's there. His hand's been trampled on,
Crushed.
and like the finger's
Ugh.
broken and shit, but it's there.
Yeah, he'll slip that off. Put it in his bag of holding.
Kind of takes you a minute to do so. It's
Oh, God, because it's all fucked
Yeah,
up.
Yeah.
you pretty much got to cut the finger
Yeah,
off
yeah,
and then remove
you
it
do,
that
kinda.
way.
You do kind of.
I suppose we could start checking the other Drow and maybe piling up the Quagoths for him if he wants to put them in his hole later. The rest of us while he's chanting
Yeah.
away.
I'll help like stack up the bodies and kind of move them all to, I guess, over here is the most central area.
Yeah.
I'll start checking the other Drow. I guess if Liam wants to help with that.
Yeah, I'll assist.
Yeah, go.
I'll fly over here and search this guy's body.
Okay. Absolutely.
Forgot about him.
Yeah, there's
He's
quite a
familiar.
few bodies in this area, so in 10 minutes time you can like take some time and walk around and look at everybody. At least a bit.
You may do
10 minutes
investigation
is-
checks for the
Yeah.
Drow.
Yeah, investigate.
I guess
17 on this
Liam's
guy.
helping me.
Apollyon, with your 17.
27 for the Drow.
If you don't mind, I'm just gonna roll all the gold total for everybody.
Oh yeah,
And
that's
then
fine.
we'll do it that way.
Yeah,
That
put it in the
drow
chat.
specifically has a short sword and a hand crossbow with about 10 crossbow bolts. It has you do notice that poison coating is on both the short sword and the hand crossbow bolts. Apollyon. He
Nice,
also he is wearing studded leather. He also has a small shield that he had on his back. Also has some money, and you do find a moderate healing potion.
Nice. I'll pocket that one.
And then 27 for the Drow that are over here with the other bodies.
Yeah. The rest of those drow that are over there are 4 regular drow. They also have all of them have short swords. None of those are poisoned. They're just regular short swords. There are 4 hand crossbows with a total of 40 more of those poisoned crossbow bolts.
Okay.
All of them are wearing chain shirts. They don't have like a whole lot of interesting stuff. You do find 4 total lesser healing potions from those
Ooh.
guys, and the 2 Drow elite guys. Similar to what I read for Apollyon. 2 short swords with poison coating on it, 2 more hand crossbows with 20 more bolts, and you find 2 more moderate healing potions.
Ooh, sweet.
The Quagoth obviously have nothing on them
Yeah.
because they're Quagoth.
I think they're claws, Brent.
Yeah. In total, let's see here.
Well, we can give these short swords to the zombies.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
Right? Did we determine last time that they can use a sword? They just don't get proficiency.
Yeah, they get no proficiency bonus for them. They're kind of just rolling stupidly.
Is there something at some point where he can use his, since he's a necromancer, he can do something to give him some kind of proficiency? I thought I
Not that I
remember
know
something
of.
weird about that, but
Just I bump up their AC. I'm
okay,
sorry,
maybe
their
that's what it was.
hit points, and their attack damage.
Maybe that's what it was. That I was thinking, 'cause I didn't know if you could do something to give them proficiency or not. Or
Okay, so in total, you find in coins 141 electrum pieces and 236 silver pieces.
and I'll add that to the stuff from before.
Do you have a bunch of money in the bag, blood, that we can distribute?
Let me see here.
Not
I
that we really
know-
need that money.
I
but,
think we already did the stuff that we had that was distributable. Oh no, there's 890 gold that's in the bag right now, so we'll be able to distribute that.
Our bet is worth more
Or-
than that.
I know,
Or
but that's
I was gonna
something.
say we can keep money in that bag of holding for like stuff that
Potions
the
and
whole
stuff
party
like that,
needs.
yeah.
Yeah, potions and
Rainy day fund.
Yeah.
staying at an inn in the middle of nowhere when we don't have anything or whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
Our
I can
electrum
add,
pile.
yeah, I can add the electrum and silver we got from them to that, unless Veil wants the electrum for.
Yeah, like I'm fine.
know,
Like I have enough money to buy like a
keepsake
rare
stuff.
magic item. So
So Vale eventually finishes his ritual 10 minutes and 6 seconds later, and boom. Other than seeing all of your friends glow brightly, which they very much do,
they're just like blinding lights.
yeah, everybody is just loaded for bear. I'll
You're
also
all angels.
I'll also let you know the things that you detect on Alnad that are magical. He has both of those short swords on his back are magical. The long bow he has is magical. The leather armor he wears studded leather armor that comes off as magical. As does his cloak and boots.
Okay.
Now, as for the other stuff of everything you found, Inquisitor's lance, magical. His breastplate, magical.
Ooh.
His dagger, magical. His the bridge thingy, magical,
Yeah.
obviously.
And his boots.
Boots are magical as well. Cloak is not.
Okay.
Also, you kind of do a scan around the immediate area because I know you're looking for that necklace he was talking about. It does not, nothing pings that you're able to see.
Okay. And I guess I'll just walk around a little bit because it does have a 10-foot concentration. And can I ping anything? Like, is there anything else in this acid that it would be worthwhile searching for? I know that it will tell me what school of magic or whatever. Like, let's see. Hold on. It says
30 feet away from you for 10 minutes.
range of school of magic, and
if he's gonna do
So
that, blood would. Go ahead. Sorry, I thought.
yeah, just so like a guy who's metal detecting at the beach, he's not going to dig every hole, but if he gets a tone that like this is something I need to dig for,
Yeah, absolutely.
Blood would point out that one over here, that other lift or whatever, that tower that had boxes and stuff, if he wanted to check that out.
Pretty sure you
If
were able
there's
to get the
anything
stuff
there.
that's in there.
Yeah, so
Well,
I mean,
there
it's
was-
just
Go ahead, sorry.
go ahead.
No, I said there
gonna
was
say-
one we did, but there was the one back over here we didn't. The one at the beginning.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if there's anything there.
Yeah, so I guess I'll just do a brisk walk, 10 minutes, just kind of canvass the area, only looking for something that's really, worthwhile. Otherwise, I'll just ignore the rest of the stuff. You don't need to, if it's pinging stuff, you don't need to.
Yeah,
Let me.
I won't tell you unless it's actually something that's there. I will let
Yeah.
you do so. You walk around the edge of this all this stomach acid and kind of focus yourself down there. You're not really seeing anything that's pinging at that point. You kind of walk around the other platform over there and kind of scan those boxes because there are a few boxes in different places as well. Nothing else is really pinging except for there was one more box over here near the edge that also there is a single box of mostly daggers and short swords. It's like 4 more daggers, 4 more short swords. There's also 2 hand axes in there that all ping as magical.
Good God.
Okay.
Yeah. I would say those again, so I can. I'm adding all these other underwear.
4 daggers,
Yeah.
2
Mhm.
2 short swords,
Yep.
2 hand axes.
Okay.
Other than that, though, as you're walking around, you're kind of thinking to yourself, and you know that your kin have been here for a long time, digging stuff up. Chances are the things that are really close to the surface, that's what they got first. Probably using the same techniques that you're using right now.
Yep.
If there's anything down there, it's going to be too far for your detect magic to find, meaning it's more
Yep.
than 30 feet down.
Makes
So.
sense.
So, I mean, could you somehow, if you can make yourself immune to acid damage, you want to take a swim, be my guest. But
I mean, I could, but it wouldn't.
It also says it wouldn't ping through 3 feet of dirt or similar substance. So
yeah, so I mean, I'm kind of being a little liberal with the stomach acid thing, not like trying to figure out viscosity and shit like that. But unfortunately, for there's nothing that's really easy to grab if there's anything even down there at all.
Yep, and I guess the last 3 questions would be, or the last question would be, the Inquisitor's boots, breastplate, and dagger. What school of magic are those from?
That one that Matt doesn't want to go looking up.
You don't have to. It's not a big deal. We'll take them anyway. I mean, you could just tell us later. I didn't know if it was like something that
I don't know off the top of my head. I'd have to go pull up the schools of magic. I can if you want me to.
No, that's fine. I mean, we're taking them with us. I mean, I guess I'll take those items with me just so I could, get familiar with them, and maybe over the course of however long I'll be able to identify them.
Well,
I added it to all the stuff we got for the boxes if you wanted to do it all at once later.
Yeah, you can cast Identify on things. You can sit down and ritually cast Identify on things.
Yeah, I don't think we have time for that right now, so we'll just...
not really, yeah. So your best bet, throw it in the hole and move on.
Yeah. The necklace pulled a rose from Titanic sank to the bottom with the heart of the sea.
Pretty much, yeah.
What? All right.
Okay. Well, you can pick up that old bridge there that's 10 foot long right now if you wanted to.
Yeah, can I I'm sure there's some runes or something on the side. Can I identify it and be able to collapse it?
Yeah, I'm sure you can sit there and figure it out for a few minutes. I'm not going to make you fuck with it too long. You can head. You're a drow. We'll say you've seen this before. You know what button to press to collapse it again.
Okay. And then when I came out of the trance, I'm assuming I saw just a giant stack of bodies and Apollyon smiling and nodding at me while I just tip it over into the portable hole.
Yeah, they were all like piled up ready for you, I'm sure. You gathered up the bodies, right? Koines?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I stacked them in a nice big pile. That way, if he just lays the portable hole down, I just kick the tower over, and they all fall in there.
Out of curiosity, what is your body count in the portable hole right now?
Currently, I have.
Are they walking with you?
Wait, no, I have 14 out with me, right? So,
Yeah.
hold on. I wrote it down. I don't know. We'll just say it's. I can't find where I wrote it. I know I wrote 14 down here.
Well, what's the maximum you can carry in the hole?
It's more of like a space thing. So let me pull a portable hole real quick, just so we.
Maybe like 5
On the
feet.
portable hole sheet, it says 8 Quagoths.
Oh, is there an actual
Yeah,
portable hole?
that was probably before. I don't think I added anything on the actual thing since we got into this cave, and I've been kind of dumping them in ever since. So I can't even find the portable hole. Oh, here it is.
It's under party items.
Yeah, I got
one.
it.
Looks like in the liver you were able to get 2 more Drow and 5 more Quagoth.
Okay.
And here just now you would have gotten 7 more Drow bodies if you're taking the Inquisitor with you. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 4, 5. 5 more Quagoth after that.
All right, so I'm sorry. What was the first one you said?
In the liver you got 5 Quagoth and 2 Drow corpses. In the stomach, after this kill, you now have 5 more Quagoth, so that would be 10 total, plus the 8 you already had, and then 7 total Drow, including the Inquisitor.
Okay.
I'd start stacking them like cordwood in there.
You're gonna have to. You are kind of getting like
Yeah.
you're not in danger of being overfilled, but it is definitely getting full up in there.
Yep. All right, so I have 10. Looks like I have 19 in there right now, plus the
Damn it.
14 that are out here with me.
Let's not go back.
Do we still need to take... I can't remember. Are we supposed to take heads on this mission or no?
No, I don't think
No.
so. Oh,
It
Wasn't
didn't
it
make a
only-
difference.
It was creatures that
This is not
actually
an
had some kind
official-
of significance to them.
If it has significance, sure, but like it's not an official
Yeah.
sanctioned mission,
Oh,
so
okay.
therefore
And
they don't
they've
want.
seen Quagoth before,
paper
I'm
trail.
assuming.
And I think they'd be
Yeah.
a little creeped out if we brought them drow heads.
Yeah.
When I have my own castle, the heads of my enemies will be everywhere.
Is the whole put off smell? Can you smell the hole when it's in your pocket?
No.
Not while
Okay.
it's folded up, no.
Good.
But the
Good.
moment you open
Sure.
it up, I guarantee it's ripe.
Yeah.
Good.
It's probably like smelling a bouquet of flowers for Veil.
Like opening that really old gym bag, you know.
Well, you know what happens to a body between 6 and 12 hours after they die?
Well, actually, I don't, thank God.
They crap their pants.
Mm.
Among other things.
Among other
If they
things,
have
yes.
pants.
Yeah. But anyway, with that lovely thought in mind, what's the plan here, y'all?
So this bridge, am I able to operate it without being a magical person myself? Is it
Oh,
just
yeah.
mechanical switches?
Yeah, no. The thing itself is magical, but you push the button, it changes. You push it, the next one, it changes again, and then it all goes back. It basically functions on the same principle as your boat.
Well, the boat's command words, but yeah.
Same concept. Though.
Same principle. Yeah, I get it. You don't need to be magical or attuned. I love it. That's just my style. All right, yeah, I guess we're headed north to the next entrance that we found, and we didn't really go too far in.
Yeah, not really. You just kind of stepped forward a little bit, took a look, and you saw how it curves and stuff. So, sure. Gathering up everything you need to, you start making your way towards that path. Now that you have this bridge here, it makes things a lot easier to get across these things of stomach acid, and you don't have to try to jump over it anymore, which is probably nice. at the tunnel itself, it is another burrow tunnel. You can see the tool marks made along the side of the stomach, and you can see how they've made basically a good 6 foot by 6 foot tunnel that seems to be going at a slight angle upward and around.
Just in case it does come up later, pushing a button for the bridge costs an action, I would assume?
Yes.
Okay.
I don't even know where the heck Alnad's token ran off to.
I think he's under one of the zombies. There he is.
There he is. So, why don't you all go ahead and give me a marching order, because you're going to have to go single file along this path.
I would nominate Blood for the lead because he's got supervision, right? Or is that Veil?
No, it's well, I mean, Veil's got it too, but Blood's got Blood would go first. He doesn't mind.
Let's do it.
I imagine Eloise would probably go in the middle so she can use her staff to cast a Pass Without a Trace.
Sure. That makes sense.
Veil, you kind of you cross over with your zombie horde towards that pathway, and like I said, 6 foot by 6 foot, very narrow. Your zombies would not be able to carry you through this.
Fine, I guess I'll walk.
Piggyback?
This zombie's stuck in the wall here. I can't move him for some reason.
Could you piggyback on your sturdy one?
Yeah.
I mean, those Quakeoth are fairly big. One of them could probably piggyback you.
Can we do
I just have him tow a rope with like a toboggan, and I'm just in the toboggan in the back.
A little red wagon? Little rider flyer wagon? I was like, can we put like a baby Bjorn on Apollyon? Would that? It just Veil sitting in it with his.
You can't solve all your solutions by putting a baby Bjorn on Apollyon.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
So, my main question is, other than who's marching where, is like the zombies just filing in single file behind and walking along, or are you sending them ahead, or how are you?
No, they're gonna be single file behind me, and I'll be towards the back.
Okay.
I was gonna say, I don't want an army of zombies between me and anyone, really. Just that's my only requirement.
We'll bring up the caboose.
Bring up the
in this whole time, Veil's not talking. He's looks almost distraught, and he's not really engaging with the group.
Okay.
Jeremy is, though.
What's everybody else's thoughts as you start making your way single file through this tunnel?
I would be listening to see if anything ahead of us is making noise.
Yeah, absolutely. Why don't you go ahead and give me that perception check?
Sure.
Can I make a survival check?
For what are you making a survival check for?
Same thing, basically, like trying to listen for enemies or looking for tracks or.
Well, listening for enemies would not be a survival, but checking for tracks and that sort of thing definitely would.
Okay, yeah, checking for tracks or any signs of combat, I guess, or what? I don't know. You know, I figure Apollyon in the gladiator ring would be used to like looking at like the sands and the dirt and seeing like different depth of tracks. Like if somebody's wearing armor or something, they would make like a heavier footprint or something like that.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, that's a 24.
21 on perception.
So, Apollyon, with your 24, you're looking along this path, and you can very clearly see that there's been a lot of traffic going through here. You can see heavy boots, boot prints. You can see the large prints of those critters that you now know are Quagoth. You can see their tracks coming through here as well. You can see, little pincer points, like almost like like a lance or a spear was stuck into the ground and kind of moved along a little bit. They're just slightly little indents, but you can see them. You're a tracker. You know how to do this stuff. You also can see like ruts in the path, like maybe wheelbarrows or stuff like that. Tracks. Some of them are heavily laden. Some of them are much more shallow, and all of these footprints you can see coming and goings all over each other.
I kind of whisper this to around, like, hey, there's been a lot of traffic through here. I bet they're heavily armed.
We're headed to disarm them, right? Hopefully,
Permanently.
this is the last group.
Right. And
These buggers are everywhere.
with that, I'm gonna pull out my scimitar and have that be in my hand as we walk down through here.
Okay. Anybody else have any other prep they're wanting to do during this time?
Nay.
Okay, just asking.
I think just Blood 2 would be chatting just about what, I guess 2 would probably go up front with him. So they can watch out for stuff.
Yeah, absolutely. 2 and Blood would definitely be in the front. Nobody can see Blood because he's literally always invisible to anyone who relies on dark vision. So it makes things complicated and all. But the clicks and the whistles and Alnad can keep up with that, and everybody can keep up with Alnad just fine. And so you all continue to make your way down this narrow tunnel that seems to be going on an incline for a ways. After about
Up or down?
Up.
Inclines
going up, yeah. It's steep in some places, and you kind of have to brace yourselves making your way up, or at least those of you who have issues with narrow spaces. But it continues on for about another 5 minutes or so. Blood, you would be the first individual to see this. After getting you guesstimate you're probably a good 60 or 70 feet higher than you were in the stomach, and the path you took kind of curved around a little bit and kind of went off to the east and then started in more of the incline, circling around to the west and up and then around a little bit. And as you come around the last bend, you can see that the pathway opens a good distance ahead of you. You estimate probably around 50 or so feet ahead of you that stops. And so those of you who only have 60 feet of dark vision, you wouldn't be able to see this. But Blood, you definitely can. Beyond, you can see large scaffolding built up around what appears to be a long column of stone in the center of this big chamber. You can see figures moving around, quite a few of them, in fact. All moving around, all seem to be rushing around this giant pillar in the center of this room. It's difficult to make out a lot, even though you do have a very high range dark vision, because all the features are monochromatic and indistinct. But you definitely can see something rocky and almost faintly crystalline, perhaps, in the middle of this thing, where those on the scaffolding seems to be focusing on using tools to cut away at the stone.
Okay, so maybe that's more important than the rest of it.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
What do you all do?
I guess, are we up to? I mean, is it come out to a ledge? Are we overlooking this? I mean, I guess, can we file out without it being a huge issue?
No, you're in a cave, so the tunnel goes on and then starts opening, and gets a little wider, and then you can see the giant-ass chamber beyond it.
Okay.
There are also running along the ground these small lumps, almost like speed bumps a little bit, these long tubes that go along the ground in different places.
So if we're going with the anatomy theme, maybe like veins going to and from the heart, potentially? Is
Probably.
that what we're... Okay. I guess, blood would probably stop 10 to 15 feet before it opens up, maybe a little more.
That's about 60 feet ahead of you before
Okay.
it opens.
I mean, yeah, well, then he would get a little closer, and I guess he'll stop and turn. Maybe he should wear, like, a bell for you guys.
I agree. We should get blood a bell collar. 100%.
Can we get... God damn it. Why'd I say anything? Can we get, like, one of those, like, a little magic light or something like that he can click, and then you can just see the magic light fucking walking along. He would just be... He'd be doing his clicks and whistles to his brother to let him know.
There is an item that's like basically
I know there is.
Yeah.
But yeah, he would like, be making a little bit of noise for them so they know where to go, and then stopping people. Because he can't make any light to let them see him. Because he'd have to start a fire, and that's probably not the best idea.
Mm-hmm.
So.
But all of you would at least hear all the clicks and whistles. Alnad, being there, would be like, stop. Apollyon, be quiet real quick. Look, what do you see up ahead?
It's opening up into a much larger chamber. Lots of scaffolding, kind of like back in the stomach. And looks like they're mining something off the walls. Can't really tell what it is. It's a different material, but unless we get close, I'd have to see exactly what it is before I can even determine that. But they're definitely working at something, collecting something. And there's some more of those weird those little mounds. I guess in the liver, those weird little 5-foot berms. There's a bunch more of those here in the heart. If this is the heart.
And you said that they're mining something.
It's some kind of, looks like maybe crystals of some kind. Maybe I can't, with the shades of our vision, it's not exactly perfect, but it's definitely different than the walls itself. Something growing on the wall. They are collecting.
And since we're all paused here and talking a little bit, let's just see how stealthy we all are.
I assume we have passed without a trace up?
You do, with Eloise doing that.
Alright then. Stealth roll.
29. Ugh.
29.
19.
39 for Alnad.
You got advantage, Veil. Your boots.
Thank you.
Oh no!
Wow.
17.
They didn't really help Eloise either, but they've helped. The Veil's had some decent ones on that.
19 for the zombies.
Yeah, I need to do Eloise still.
And he would have stopped them probably,
Not bad,
30
26.
feet. 30 feet from 30 to 40 feet minimum, he would have stopped them before the entrance to the tunnel or the cave.
Okay. Okay. So, you're all crouched down, hidden in this tunnel. You can see that the space opens up probably about 20 or so feet ahead of you. And why don't I just go ahead and give you a map?
Ooh.
I'm the map.
Hey, those amulets of continual flame we got with the Dream Witness, is that something you have to attune to, or is it just something anybody can wear?
I gotta look.
I don't remember. I was just say if it's not attunable, like when they're sitting there talking, because it gives off a like faint light. He'd have one of those ready to go, just so people can fucking see him down here. His friends can see him. I think it was just like so people could see literally immediately around them in the dark water.
Yeah, basically it was. It created just a faint light. Just cannot amp. Here it is.
I guess it's a continual flame spell.
Yes, it is. It does require attunement.
Then he wouldn't put it on.
I mean, if we really thought about it, Liam could see you if he's within 10 feet. If we really need to get visual directions from you, we're aware of this factor.
Well, I think blind sense isn't it really just that you can sense the creature that's there, but can you actually see?
It's the D&D rule. It doesn't have to make 100% sense.
No, that's what I was saying. Like you definitely know I'm there. Yeah.
Yeah, if you're within if he's within 10 feet of you, he knows
where
that you are.
There's a hidden invisible creature. Yeah.
I don't know if he would see all your features, but he would see the shifting and the movement and be able to basically.
You just keep backing out to 15 feet and just giving him the double bird every chance he gets. Just sitting there dancing back and forth.
God, I just want him to stunning strike you. Okay, well, what's the plan here? You're crouched down. You can all since you're about 20 feet away from the opening there. Like because the map isn't big enough, I had to move you like really close to it, so you're not quite there, but it's fine.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, which side are we coming out of?
Yeah, you can see yourselves on the left.
All right, now I can. I had to scroll over. I was like, all right, where the fuck are we? My map is just too zoomed in.
But you can see them. You can see Drow and Quagoth moving around, working on stuff. There's people moving around on the opposite side as well. Can't really hear a whole lot though. Not making a lot of noise. What are you wanting to do?
I think it's Apollyon's turn to initiate battle in his way.
Leroy Jenkins!
Please. Leroy didn't do so well last time.
Hey, it worked out just fine last time. I don't know what you're talking about.
Right. I'm taking down the big guy. I rush over to this.
Oh my god, you are.
Driver.
Shit.
Oh, I can't move. Is there an invisible wall here?
Oh, so you just set forth at a charge towards the Drider, huh? Okay, that's awesome. You go charging, running forward, yelling loudly, and wham! You hit something full on straight into.
Oops.
Boom!
Oh shit!
You stumble backwards. Your head is throbbing. You hit something, but nothing's there. You can't. You reach out and touch, and you feel something hard but invisible right in front of you. At the same time that's happening, you hear a little bit of a commotion. Someone kind of yells a little bit. It's muffled, just a bit. It's hard to make out clearly. Veil, you're pretty sure they're saying something in Drow, but even then, it's still a little bit difficult to hear it completely. But then you do see all these individuals kind of turn and look, and there's pointing, and they're starting to move around now. What do you do?
Oh shit! Hey, there's something blocking the way.
Shit! Oh fuck! Magic users! We need Veil up front and pronto.
Can I like feel like along it and see if there's like an edge or something?
Yeah, you're kind of feeling along it. Give me an investigation check.
16.
Is Veil still not communing with the group?
Sorry, I went to unmute it and I hit whatever that rocket button is on the stupid. No, I mean, could I tell? Just is there any magic radiating from this, or can I tell what this is blocking us from going in there?
You don't have detect magic up right now. It's well past
No.
the time that it would have gone away.
No, but you can see Apollyon.
You can see Apollyon's like touching and like pushing against something and feeling along it with a 16. Like you kind of go along one way and you feel it and it hits the wall and you start feeling it the other way. And you're all watching a little bit as these Drow kind of move and the Quagoth are all kind of stomping towards that entrance there. That's kind of that's what you can gather just from a general look. But I don't see a point of making you roll an Arcana check there.
Yeah, that's fine.
Polly, can you dig your way under it?
I don't know. This thing's magical. I can try. Can I try to burrow into the ground?
I suppose you can. Yeah, you can certainly try. You do have a burrow speed, so you get down on the ground and you start digging. And as he's doing that, what's everybody else doing?
I am posted up right behind where Apollyon was with my glaive out, preparing for an attack because I think we just tripped the alarm, basically. Veil?
I'm looking at all the movement in here, and in his head he's thinking that these guys were the ones that were slacking, and the Inquisitor was to come here and get these guys moving and back on track. So I'm putting myself above them, and I'm here to do what the Inquisitor was set out to do. So if that means slaughtering these people and doing it myself, that's what it has to be.
Oh, can you put the breastplate on before you come up front?
He's a wizard.
Unfortunately, I cannot wear that.
Oh. That might have helped with this.
Well, I mean, you could technically put it on, but...
Yeah, but it would drastically reduce my AC.
Yeah.
Right, I mean, just like when battle starts, you could rip it right off, but like if you're trying to deceive them, I don't know. Just a thought.
Yeah, but I would have to then recast mage armor and all that stuff, because I'm pretty sure once you put armor on it, mage armor pops.
Well, Veil, you've got a good point. They were expecting the Inquisitor, so come forward, Inquisitor.
Is Apollyon burrowing right now?
Apollyon is burrowing. Yeah. It's not going to take him too long to get more than 30 feet down. And I imagine, I don't know how far you're planning on going. But in the time it takes him to push up front, and you could theoretically in 6 seconds go 60 feet down and back up again if that's what you're wanting to do here.
Yeah. I mean, I'm just trying to move forward, whatever.
Yeah. 10
feet.
Okay.
To try to get on the other side of this thing.
You're basically digging down in front of this thing, and after about after about 5 feet or so, you find an edge, and you start digging underneath it, and you start getting around, and everyone's watching it as he's doing this, and he's starting to get to the other side, making this 5x5 tunnel. As you get to that edge, they've all been just watching you do this, and kind of moving around and getting into position, and so they're ready for you. They see you. You get under, and you kind of start opening it up, and the moment you open it up, that Drider is going to come rushing out. So let's go ahead and just roll some initiative here.
Oh, God damn it.
And I'll
see what happens first.
I'll show you what this tunnel here looks like.
Look your tokens.
Yes, good call.
I'm going to be rolling my
roll-
gift of alacrity.
Roll for Eloise, please.
I got a lot of shit to do here. You give me a second.
Yeah, you do have a lot of rolls. I'm sorry.
It's going to be an 18.
Shit. Actually, it was the one thing I wasn't wanting, but
Yeah, well, there's not much you can do behind that wall anyhow.
that's another why. Yeah, I mean,
Hold action.
yeah, I mean that's what I'm gonna have to do.
Damn.
What I was gonna ask is like with that burrowing, does it create like a clean hole, or is it like he burrows down in and like the hole like?
Burrowing and tunneling are two different things.
It's kind of like, I mean, you got to replace the dirt in front of you by pushing it behind you. So
That's
it's
what
not
I was.
like
Yeah.
he's making a path we could follow.
Yeah, he's not shoring it up either.
That's why because I was just curious.
True.
It's like, wait, is there now a giant fucking hole that we're all gonna have to step over? I have never really asked that question whenever
so
he's done that.
he's literally just burrowing down, and he only
Yeah.
got less than 10 feet and started burrowing underneath it and up to the other side. So basically, it would be a 5,
So
10
he did
down
make
and-
like a tunnel under.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, and like he's had to push all this dirt on the other side of it. And how stable it is, you have no fucking idea. But for at least the next 6 seconds, it looks like it might hold.
Shit.
And I actually moved the thing so you can
Oh boy.
get there. And then I'm going to just roll a lot of initiative. And while I'm doing that, why don't we go ahead and take our break? Because it's 8:17, which is the perfect time to do this. So
Baby,
we are going
glorious
to-
combat.
Yeah, absolutely. So we are going to take our 10-minute break, and when we come back, we're going to jump right into this crazy-ass initiative. So stay tuned, everybody.
Here we go.
Well, sacrificial lamb, Apollyon.
But hey, we're back, everybody, and so I'm putting in the last couple people. Just get those initiatives. Wow. Eloise got a 0.
No.
An actual 0.
Yep.
I think
Seems
she's
about
done
right.
more.
We may have time for her to
Hey,
to join this before her turn comes up.
early on in my Friday Paladin's career, I got a -1 because I have a -1 to my modifier for my initiative. I had a negative, or well, I guess it was a 0. No, yeah, but there was something I had some kind of penalty to my dex too, or it was even worse, and so I did get a -1 on a fucking initiative because I had some kind of curse.
Ouch.
So yeah, I was going like the following combat.
Well, that's okay. Let's get some good music going on here. We need some good epic battle music for this one.
Turn off the volume on the other computer. Here. Oh, that's kind of nice.
There we go. So, let's go ahead and start things off. Well, we're going to start things off where we always do, with Blood from a Stone. You've watched all these Drow and Quagoth, and there's a Drider, and all sorts of other things move around your group, towards your group, getting ready to attack, and then Apollyon just digs himself underneath this barrier, obviously a wall of force, and has popped out on the other side, just as everyone gets ready to go charging off to kill him. But you are in the first in initiative.
Is he standing directly? Can I see? Is he over the hole, or is he like in front
No,
of it?
he's like
or?
down in the hole,
Oh,
and he's
okay.
come up on the other side of this wall of force, and has kind of popped his head out and kind of widened it a little bit, so you can see it. You can look down and see him.
Would there be any way to get past him?
You can always try. It's going to be you're going to have to make an acrobatics check to kind of wiggle around him and get out, and I'm just going to warn you, you're probably going between the legs to do this.
Well, he's got something on. I mean, it's not gonna. Yeah, he's wearing something.
You've seen my miniature.
Yeah, I have, and you know. I swear to God, if that thing touches him, blood's gonna stab it. That's all he's gonna say. He's gonna. As he crosses through, he goes, "You keep your piece inside your armor." He's gonna kind of whisper something to his brother in their language, Tabaxi, and he's like, "Keep an eye on Veil. Make sure he helps." And then he's gonna duck down in the hole, and he's gonna try. God damn it! He's gonna try and not get hit by the third leg and slip through.
Let's see that acrobatics check.
Oh, shouldn't be an advantage, but 26 hopefully is enough to.
I think 26 is enough to get down on the ground and scurry underneath his legs. And for a second, like I imagine, just like the hairs on the back of your neck stick up as you're crawling underneath there. But you get to the other side, and it's going to cost you 10 feet of movement to do this. But you can like crawl around Apollyon and get back up again.
Okay, I can only move forward. Okay, as I say, I guess you opened up the hole right there.
I did open up the hole.
So yeah, then he will. I guess he'll pop on the other side.
Oh, hey, bud.
Well, you might have felt him go through, but you wouldn't see him, I guess.
Probably not. No.
He's going out. He's like, dude, you better tuck that thing in. As he comes underneath, and then he'll slip over to the side. So that was 5, so it's 15 to get in and out of the hole, go down in and get out, right?
Yeah.
All right, so then 5, 10, that'd be 30 right there, but he'll use his kind of feline agility to get a little more. Use some of it there, and then I guess when he got up to the thing, is it a flat area and he sees all this, or is there different heights of elevation here?
Actually, for the most part, it's relatively flat in this area. It's almost as if this whole area has been excavated outward, and so they took a lot of care to make it much more level.
I'm guessing the heart's big, that's why.
Yeah, the heart in the center, you can see that's that big-ass column that I described.
Yeah.
That's just a big, tall column going in the center that they've been hacking and cutting away, and so you can see like slight discernible features that kind of remind you of heart there as well. And then those red and blue things along the ground, like you said, those are veins. They're only like 2 feet tall, so it's not, but it's like a speed bump kind of.
Yeah, if you're not watching where you're running, you're gonna trip. Gotcha.
Exactly.
Well, he would just kind of look around, see what he could see, and pick out the shiniest. I guess they don't wear uniforms. But, I mean, I'm guessing he and his brother are kind of like Dan Morgan snipers during the Revolutionary War. They know to pick out the officers. So the one that, I guess because he probably can't see whatever this is.
Definitely cannot see
and then
see
this one's
anything there.
behind the hearts. But
that one's behind the heart, yep.
This one he should have a line on. Whoever this guy is over here, he looks different.
I would say that, yeah, you would be able to
he could have even been 4, yeah. He could have stopped and looked around.
Yeah, you would have been able to note that this individual doesn't really wear a whole lot of armor, has a big billowy cloak about him, and the clothes that he does wear looks very, very
He's a
fine.
fancy pants.
Yes.
Yeah. Mine's my Veil. It's a fancy pants. Cat, I swear to God, you walk on my laptop and fuck this up. You go over there. So yeah, he'll fire 3 shots at him. You know what? We will go. We'll go dangerous. We will go sharpshooter, and he is going to use. He's got 8 of those Drow poisoned arrows left. He's going to use 3 of those. So yeah, we are going sharpshooter. It's 28, 26, and another 28.
Yeah, all 3 hit.
And so I'll click on the. Oh,
Here
shit.
comes the boom.
Since he can't see me and they are, is this going to be the same situation?
And you're the very first person in initiative, yes.
But they were aware of everybody here.
No.
They were very much aware.
Okay,
This is
yeah,
not a
it's not a
sneak
sneak
attack
round.
in any way, shape, or form.
That's what I was just gonna ask. It's like, do I have to fucking go ahead and start counting up all of that? So
You do not have. You're not getting criticals on this.
Turn off sneak. And so the poison, sharpshooter, and sneak is 10, 20, 30, 40, 53. Then there are 30, 41 piercing. And then 19, 28 ice.
How much poison did you say?
On the first one, it looks like it is 7, 3 for the second, 6 for the third, so 16 total. Oh yeah, and I guess was there a DC on this, or is it just?
No, it's just straight damage.
Okay.
However, yeah,
probably.
You wouldn't
special.
know this, but for the sake of the audience and so everyone can remember, he is resistant to poison.
Okay.
So that's 6 points of poison damage. And then
It was, I guess, 16 total, so would that be 8 poison?
yeah, so it'd be 8 poison.
Should have got to mark those off. Take those arrows off. Gonna have to ask Veil how he makes that poison later. Or how they make the poison, maybe he knows.
Which one did you say you did the poison
Fancy
on?
Pants.
No, the poison.
Oh, they're on all 3 of them.
I'm just trying to, because I have to redo all the math because
it goes with sneak and sharpshooter. So you can see the Drider poison. It's going to be the very last one, the 7, and then on the sharpshooter, the next 2, that's the 10 plus the poison. So there's 19 on the final 2, or 9 on the final 2, 7 on the first one. But then it's half to 8. Yeah, any box I have to click goes in that first.
Okay. Okay, I finally figured out the math. Okay, big 3 arrows come flying out of nowhere, striking this guy who was basically really just confidently striding over towards where Apollyon was digging out, almost as though he was getting ready to say something poignant. But instead, he gets 3 arrows smashed into him.
No, he's just going to use the rest of his movement to kind of tuck in here to, like, I guess maybe kind of like right around that corner of the wall, so he's hiding against the wall. You know, shit, he will be where he was.
Okay. Next is that guy's turn, in fact.
Of course.
Yeah, unfortunately, those arrows come out from the darkness. He's not quite sure where that came from. Instead, he's gonna look towards Apollyon, whose head is sticking out from the ground there.
Sorry, buddy.
It's alright, I can take it.
When's the last time Blood took any damage?
He's taking that psychic damage every time you've been in.
What he's doing is he's casting Chain Lightning after moving a little bit, 5, 10, 15, 20 feet to right there. So, Apollyon, I'm going to need you to make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh boy. 17.
Well, unfortunately, that is a failure. It strikes.
DC's 18? God.
Yeah. It strikes you in the head, dealing 51 points of lightning damage, and then the bolt streaks off through you, down the hole you had just created, and up to the next available target, which is going to be this zombie right here. I need the zombie to make a dexterity saving throw. Is it just the same amount of damage, or do I roll it each time? I think it's just the same amount of damage, yeah. So that zombie is going to take the 51 points of damage as well. Then it arcs down to 3 other people. So from there, it's going to arc to the next drow, right, or the next zombie right there. He needs to make a dexterity saving throw. And then
so technically, these are 2 zombies in each square.
Okay.
Just we did it for the sake of whatever. So these 2 could take it, and then one of these ones, if that's what you want to do.
Yeah, that probably makes sense. Let's go for it.
Yeah, they all failed, so they're all they all have to do that con save in order to get back up. But I don't think they're gonna get anywhere near it.
No, probably not. But you can roll it if you want.
Would this potentially burn off their flesh and make them skeletons so you could use bows?
Not that much, no. I mean, it's lightning. It literally hits you in the chest and zaps and then goes on through to the next dude.
I've just got dreams of our own personal, little skeleton army. Clash of the Titans style.
I mean, the DC is 5 plus the damage taken, so it's literally impossible for any of them.
Yeah, there's no way. This one's stuck in the wall.
There you
Thank
go.
you. I just deleted the other one, the other 2.
Yeah, the other 2 from 1, and so that he's got 1 left on that one. The other one is just gone.
All right, so what I'm going to do is, I know I don't have any skeletons out here, but I'm going to switch this token with a skeleton to represent that there's only one there.
Sounds good.
Nasty spell.
Yeah. The half-charred one looks over at Liam and nods his head. Oh.
Kyle said that was a nasty spell, man. I'm not bonding with another zombie. It was a one-time thing.
So that was his action, and since this individual is pretty freaking powerful, since it used its action to cast a spell, it has a trait that allows it to make 1 weapon attack as a bonus action. So after casting that spell at you, Apollyon, it pulls out a hand crossbow and it's going to take a shot at you.
Okay.
That's a 24 to hit.
God damn, yeah, that hits.
9 points of piercing damage, and I'm going to need you to make a con saving throw. Well, good news is 16 is a success, so you do not take any. You're not poisoned, which is good.
Dude, dive back in the hole on your turn.
That was 20 feet of movement. Yeah. He's then going to go ahead and back up. He's right there. Next up is Alnad, who just watched a big old freaking thing of lightning come shooting through Apollyon and out again. He's not overly thrilled about that, and he kind of smashes his hand against the side of that wall of force and glances back at Veil and Eloise, and he's like, either of you get rid of this thing. This is going to make it really difficult to get in here with just creating a blind box for them to shoot out at us. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and use his special feature here. Because he is, well, what is he? Thought I had this going. Yeah, you know, his time spent with the elves has been at least somewhat useful, and he's going to go ahead and cast a spell as a bonus action, and he's going to cast Misty Step.
Nice.
So he can at least move up 5 feet there and use that hold to his advantage and teleport on the other side. As he's doing that, he's going to raise that short bow, or the long bow of his, and he's going to take 2 shots at the drow on the scaffolding near the heart. .29's going to hit for 8 points of piercing damage, and the 20 is also going to hit for 12 points of piercing damage. This drow up here takes 2 arrows to the chest and just topples off the scaffolding, hitting the ground with a thud. He is dead.
Sweet. That's my brother.
Yeah. He's used a bonus action. He's used his action. Just as a free action, he's going to put away his bow and pull out his 2 swords. The short sword in one hand, the handle in the other. He can't activate it yet because that costs a bonus action. But he's just there ready, and he's going to run up towards this Drider here. That way the Drider can't really do a whole hell of a lot. That's it for his turn, and next up we have Apollyon. So Golden Boi, you just took some lightning to the face. What are you doing?
I just took 6 damage last turn. Apollyon's gonna roar, and he's gonna reach into his pack and take out a potion that he's been saving for a long time, and rip the stopper off with his teeth and guzzle it down. It's the potion of speed that gives him hate.
It doubles your movement, gives you an extra action.
I'm gonna run right up to here. Yep, and I'm gonna jump up and attack this Drider. Oh, 15. Oh, wait, I should have advantage. Reckless attack for advantage, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so with that, the potion of speed that you drank, you technically have 3 regular attack actions and an attack bonus action. So you got 4
I used my bonus action to drink the potion.
Oh yeah, that's right. But
I will still get 3 attacks, but
yeah.
4.
Next time you get
4 on the next turn.
Yeah, 3.
No, I'll get 4 this turn.
The third
attack,
swing.
I have extra attack. Does extra attack not?
But you only get 1
extra
swing
action?
with that extra action.
Yeah.
You don't get like a full action. You just get
So,
like 1 attack.
The scimitar speed, you get to make an extra attack as a bonus action with that weapon. The
Right.
potion of haste
But I'm not
gives you
gonna-
1 additional attack on top of your regular attack action. So technically, right now you have 3. Next
It
action.
says I gain an additional action. That action can only be used. Oh, it does say
To
1
attack.
weapon attack.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So I'll just get 3.
Yeah.
Or I
But
think it'd be like
your
an
first
extra
one is
cantrip
critical.
All right.
if you were a cantrip.
Critical. And I get brutal critical. So what's the damage die?
A D6.
D6. I'm also going to use one of my maneuvers.
Maneuver.
A 6, nice.
Nice.
And that's a D8.
What
And the
maneuver
D8
are you
gets
doing?
Doubled
I
as
think
well
I'll try
on
to
a
do that.
crit.
The maneuver would also double.
Oh,
Jeez.
man.
Nice.
extra 28 on your just for the crit.
And the maneuver I'm going to do is the tripping one. What is it called? Trip attack.
Okay, so that's a strength saving throw, I think? Yeah.
Yep, strength saving throw. My DC is 18.
I like to think you just knock out like 2
That's
of the
a
legs
9. That's a
swings.
failure. With that massive swing
Nice.
you did, you knock his feet right out from under him, and the Drider, the half spider, half drow, just falls to the ground.
Hell yeah. I'll make my second attack on him. And I get advantage because he's prone.
You already reckless.
Mm-hmm.
Which I get advantage anyway because I went reckless, but whatever.
Well, you get it for the rest of your turn once you do it
30.
once.
30's gonna hit.
Ten more slashing.
More 10.
Yeah, because no matter what, they're gonna get advantage on you next round. So
And last one. 29.
Oh, yeah.
nice
13
roll.
more slashing.
Huge series of hits from Apollyon, slicing into this Drider, dealing a good amount of damage to him. He is still alive, obviously, but not looking great. Is that it for your turn?
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Okay. Necthros Veil, you're up next.
All right. So what's the total length of this tunnel? 30 feet.
What tunnel are you talking about?
The one that everyone just went through.
Oh, the one that Apollyon went through is literally a 5 foot
No, it's just
down
10 feet.
and down and back up again. So yeah, it's just
okay.
10 feet.
You know, I was thinking 30 because of the chain lightning. Okay. So Vale's gonna order his zombies as a bonus action to go through. That would be. So is it just like normal walking? 5, 10 would get me here.
It's a bit more. It's going to be an extra 5 feet just because you're having to climb down and back up again. So it's it's a little more difficult for these zombies. But yes, just an extra 5 foot of movement.
So it'll be 15 there. That's 20. 5, 10. I'm gonna have them take the dash action, and just so they can kind of get over on the battlefield
Okay.
more.
What a sight. Matt, can you describe this sight as multiple zombies come crawling out of the ground?
Oh, I would love to, because this is an absolutely weird picture. Like, you got this invisible wall of force, and then this burrow that goes down and up. And so, like, basically like a bunch of clowns climbing out of a clown car, they just start climbing down into this little tunnel that Apollyon's has made, start climbing up out from it once again, pushing themselves up, and just start swarming like Walking Dead style.
I love the chaos. It's a Royal Rumble.
Dude, digging speed. The key to this whole battle, man.
Anesthetics in chat going, "Go Apollyon! Woo!"
Woo! I go out in a blaze of glory.
Actually,
Is that a Bon Jovi song?
okay. And then with Vale's action, he's going to, in Drow, speak to this Drider and say, "You're disappointing her." And he's going to toll the dead.
Nice.
Very nice.
He's battling.
Where are you?
In Undercommon, you tell this Drow that he has disappointed the Queen. which is certainly true. Wisdom saving throw. Yeah, that's a
15
failure.
necrotic.
16 points of necrotic damage. Your unholy gong rings in his ears after saying those words to him, and he just cries out in pain as his eardrums slightly burst a little bit and black blood starts oozing out.
All right.
After your turn is Jareth. What? I assume you're still staying on that side of the wall of force?
Yeah. Jared's gonna just hang out here. Make sure no one's gonna come up behind us. He could see down that hallway we came from.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of just gonna watch that for now.
Okay. After Jareth successfully hangs out and keeps an eye down that tunnel, we have a Quagoth. This Quagoth is going to come running towards those zombies. Aren't these Quagoth? Aren't your zombies actually Quagoth too?
They are.
Yeah, I thought so. So Quagoth versus undead Quagoth. That's an 8 and 11.
Yep, they all hit.
Oh yeah, zombies don't have much AC.
It's 8.
So that's 9 and 8. 17 points of damage.
Okay.
That's it for that Quagoth. Next is the Drow that's dead. Veil, you'd be able to hear, though it is slightly muffled because of the wall of force. You do hear that one of the Drow calls out, "It's them, the ones from before, the ones that attacked us in the stomach."
Okay.
Liam, you would also hear those words in Undercommon. Slightly muffled, like I said.
Right.
It's a shame this guy doesn't have that. Oh, well. Okay. This Drow is going to move up 5, 10, 15 feet to right there, and they are going to begin casting a spell. So I need to pull this out.
What spell?
Are you trying to? How far away are you?
Like 40 feet.
You are. You're 50 feet away. You would be able to see this person, but there is a wall of force between you.
No, I'm on the other side of it.
Oh, I'll be damned. You are. My mistake. Then yeah, you would be able to see this individual casting a spell. Let's see here. Go ahead and give me an Arcana check.
Well.
Actually, you would recognize this spell. You know it. So I'm going to give it to you. It's Everard's Black Tentacles.
Ooh, okay. Now, I'm not really sure how this works. Would I know where he's casting it, or just that he's casting it?
Nope, you have no clue where the hell he's casting it. All you can see him casting a spell, and you're able to determine that it's a spell that you recognize.
Alright, give me 3 seconds to make a decision. my last level 3 spell.
While Vale's trying to determine whether or not he wants to cast Counterspell, I'm just going to remind everybody that XSplit exists. We use it, and it's actually really cool. Most of us use this program. If you look in the background and you see this bookshelf, or Apollyon's quilts, or Liam's lake, or I don't know what the hell it is that's
It's
behind
a cat.
Vale. Is it? Okay, it's a cat. Yeah, I can see...
It's blood incarnate right there. It's my kit.
I can see Fuzz. But anyway, we all use XSplit, and if you want to use it, you can get 10% off your weekly purchase by using the coupon code RANDOM. Go ahead and do that, and it helps out the show. So what you doing, Vale?
Decision. Yeah, he's casting it.
You are casting the spell. You counterspell the black tentacles with your reaction, and the spell fizzles as he's trying to cast it, and you see the mage kind of swear a little bit.
Hey, baby.
That's it for his turn. I'll have him move back a little bit. 5, 10 feet right there. We got some Quagoth. Quagoth is going to be attacking Drow. It's this Drow right there that we're attacking. Pretty sure he's just automatically going to hit. Oh, no, not quite. But
I was zombie? Yep. 2 hits.
Yeah, 8 and 14 both hit.
Yep.
So 13 points of slashing damage to that guy right there.
13.
Okay. Next up, we have another Drow's turn. Have Drow move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30 feet to right there. Probably can see his companion through the scaffolding at least a little bit. Actually, no, I changed my mind. She's not going to do that. She's going to move back 5, 10, 15, 20, 5, let's say 10 feet to right there. She's also going to be casting a spell. So they can do that. She couldn't give a flying fuck about that Drider right there. Why would a priestess of Loth care about a Drider? So she's going to go ahead and cast her spell, which is Insect Plague, right over there. So I need everybody in that radius over there to make for me a con saving throw.
$23.
Looks like the Drider failed with an 11. The Quagoth succeeded with an 18. That's the only one that's actually in the radius.
Alnad.
Give me a second.
Sorry.
Apollyon, you succeeded, so you're only going to take half damage from that, so that is 8.
Okay. What else does it do?
Alnad saved with a 15. So he's also going to take the 8 points of damage.
Right? Isn't it like a cloud of bugs, so it's like difficult to see? Difficult terrain to move around in it, I guess.
Yeah, it won't let us. It won't let me click on the spell description.
Yeah, it won't. It only lets me
I
do
think
that.
he can do that, yeah.
But what happens is swarming, biting locusts fill a 20-foot radius sphere centered on a point you choose within range. The sphere spreads around corners, yada yada yada. It is lightly obscured. The sphere's area is difficult terrain, and all the creatures in it, when the area appears, has to make a con saving throw. And the creature also makes the saving throw when it enters the spell's area for the first time or ends its turn there. So I need all the zombies, if you haven't rolled that yet.
Yeah, I just did one. They failed.
Okay, so they're all going to take that 17 points of damage. The Quagoth took the 17, the Drider took the 17. Okay. Then she's going to go ahead and move 5, 10, 15, and the rest of her movement right there. Okay, that's going to be it for her turn. Liam, you're up next.
Yeah. Okay, I'll be making that save in just a second here, as I am going into that hole. 15, 25 feet of movement to get me to there. Con save, right?
Con save.
Okay. $15.
15 is enough to save, so you're only going to take half damage. Let's go ahead and re-roll that.
Yeah.
So that's 18, half of 18, 9 points of piercing damage.
Gotcha. 9 points of piercing. Then movement 25, 30, 35, 40. Ignoring the difficult terrain as I do.
Yep.
45, 50 to right here. Then as a bonus action, I am going to Tiger up. And because I could do that every short rest. It's pretty sweet.
Rawr.
So that's bonus action. Action. Take a couple swipes at this guy on the left over here.
Do it.
Swipe.
Hell yeah.
Both
Nice.
hit.
Alright, doing 21 slashing and 9 cold.
Does the cold come from the turning, or?
It comes from the glaive because I empowered the glaive after my short rest. I switched
that's
it.
right. Okay, I remember right. So, grabbing your chest, you just rip and start pulling away your flesh, forming up into that giant tiger form, blue and yellow stripes. As you do, you then take a couple swings with that glaive, the glaive crystallizing over with frost as you swing, doing a decent amount of damage.
Mm-hmm. And that is it for my turn.
Dude, my clothes were magical. He just probably tore it so your fucking new outfit.
Still a blue and orange tiger, but now he's got like a white mohawk. You know, just kind of like a poof.
There you go. That's it for your turn. Next up, we have a drow who's just going to go ahead and move up 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet to right there next to you. He's going to take a stab at you, Liam. But his 6 ain't going to cut it.
No. 6 isn't going to do it.
Okay, next we got the Drider's turn, who's been harried by all of these insects and whatnot, and it has the Alnad, it has Apollyon, it has tons of zombies around him. He's not thrilled about that fact. Apollyon.
Does that attack at me? It should have advantage.
No, it's not making an attack at you. I need a wisdom saving throw from you. Nobody has the Mage
I
Slayer.
don't like
feat, I
making
assume.
those. That's a 9.
That's a failure, my friend. Unfortunately for you, he begins casting the spell, and you are now paralyzed.
Well, shit.
Yep. Cast Hold Person on you. That was his action to do so. Bonus actions. Yeah, it's actually just going to remain where it was. Well, no.
In the bug storm?
Yeah, that's the thing. Does he stay in the bug storm and deal with it, or does he move out of the way and provoke a couple of attacks of opportunity? That's the real question. I think I'm gonna let him. I'm gonna have him try to get out of this. So Alnad and a zombie are gonna get attacks of opportunity.
Get him, brother. Get him.
Zombie slam.
Nice. Yeah, 18 and 23. The 18 unfortunately is not gonna hit, but the 23 will.
Come on, zombie kill.
10 points of bludgeoning, not enough to kill him. However, I will also remind you, while Alnad has this weapon out, friendly creatures in the 10-foot aura around him, so I'll go ahead and give him that so you can all remember it.
Advantage on saving throws, yeah.
Yep.
Did he just pull that weapon out?
He had it out when he ran up to him, so...
Technically, he had it out when he ran up to him. I just forgot about it.
So does that mean those zombies could have had advantage?
Well, it depends. Does he consider them? I would assume he does.
I'm going to say that no, he does not consider those zombies friends whatsoever.
Fair enough.
I guess Blood's just hung out with dead people too long. He doesn't mind them.
Yeah,
Well, if that's the case, they could just grapple him right now.
do it. Go for it. Let's see what happens.
Did the zombies' feelings get hurt?
The Drider is going to move out of that. 5, 10, 15.
Well, he's only got half his movement.
Yeah, I
He'd
know.
have
so-
to stand up. Okay.
Well, fortunately.
So
Oh, wait a minute. He was prone. I forgot about
Yeah.
that. He was prone. So that's 15 feet of movement just to stand up. What is the movement?
And then difficult terrain.
So that, and it's difficult terrain. That'd be 10 feet to move
Yeah,
right
there's
there.
so many effects at once.
Yeah.
does he
fuck.
have to? Does he have to do a Constitution saving or whatever you call it, a concentration for when that zombie hit him to maintain concentration on whatever the paralysis is, or is that
yes,
not a magic
actually,
spell?
no, that would have actually taken the effect as well. So
Oh, thank you for remembering that.
yes, he just has to roll a 10. 19, he's good. Unfortunately, what sucks though is he didn't have enough movement to get out of that field.
Oh,
So good call on remembering that he was prone. I had forgotten that Apollyon knocked him
Aha.
prone. but so he's going to have to make that con saving throw again to stave up to deal with the biting insects. That's a 14. Which
I think it was 13. Yeah, I think 13 was the DC.
For the spell plague, it was 14 for the insect plague.
Actually, it's supposed to be 15. It's wrong on the sheet because on the innate spellcasting it's 15. So, but regardless, 14 is more than enough to save for the 10. Oh wait a minute, 14 is not enough.
The
to
19
save
was
for
the 10, right?
Yeah,
the 14 is for the
14 is not enough for that. Is going to take the damage. Damage is another 14 points of damage. Wow. Yeah, that Drider is not looking good at all. At all. Next up, we got some Quagoth. Quagoth's going to come running up to you, Liam.
Yep.
In this instance, because they're flanking on either side, he is going to get advantage on this attack.
Good for him.
21 and a 19.
Neither one's gonna hit, and I'll use my reaction and a key point to have him strike the Drow.
I like it. So that's 7 points of slashing damage to that Drow over there as you misdirect that attack, and the claws come down on the unsuspecting Drow next to you. Got another Quagoth right there next to Apollyon. Apollyon, you are stunned, so he definitely has neuter advantage on you.
Yep.
I mean, it's just advantage, but whatever.
My AC is 25 though.
Why is your AC? Oh, because of because of the
haste.
Yeah.
Haste, that's right.
Ooh.
Yep.
You're lucky there. So, still trying to swipe at you, but your shield was up, and it's somehow managing to hit the shield and not you. Why does that make sense? I don't know, but it does.
I'm just stuck in a hero pose with my shield out in front of me.
Yeah, pretty much. It's going to take a step backwards out of this field. There are 2 zombies that get to make attacks of opportunity.
Can they try to grapple instead?
No, not with an attack of opportunity.
Okay.
We need to grapple with.
Nice.
You have criticals.
13 bludgeoning.
13 points of bludgeoning damage to that Quagoth. That Quagoth ain't looking great, but he's stepping back and getting ready for his next charge. You got another Drow who's going to be firing down at Liam with his crossbow. Nine's not going to hit. Okay. Next up, we have another Drow who comes climbing up the scaffolding and stands there on the ledge. And as she looks down, she can see you, Veil, standing against the wall of force. And she calls down to you in common. You there, Drow. We've heard tale of you walking with these individuals. Are you a true servant of Loth? Or are you a heretic? Stand with us now. And as she does, she reaches into her kind of not cloak, but robes that she's wearing, and she pulls out an amulet one very similar to the one you'd seen on the Inquisitor. Slightly different, in a different setting. This is more platinum, but she holds it out and she calls out to you. I'll even sweeten the deal. Kill these fools and join us, and we will give you this magical amulet to protect you against effects from creatures such as this. Stand with us and prove that you are a true Drow. That was just a, verbal.
Yep.
She... As she says this, you do see her casting a spell. And Liam, I need you to make for me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy. Wisdom save. 17.
Oh, you are so lucky. You feel this effect hitting you. You just barely saved from the spell Eye Bite.
Ooh. Is that a save or suck?
It is a save or suck, yeah.
Eye Bite's mean.
Curses on you, yeah.
Yeah, but it could have done a lot of fun things to you, but she casts a spell on you, you managed to resist it. And we're at the bottom of turn order.
Eloise!
And it's Eloise. Oh, also Veil, you did notice that when she cast that spell, the wall of force that you had been kind of leaning up against disappears.
Okay.
It's now Eloise's turn, and she says, "Oh, geez, guys, what can I do here? I don't know what spells I have. Let me think about it for the next 10 minutes." She's actually kind of tapped out. I'm not gonna lie. But
Primal
she does have
Fury.
all of her. Well, no, she does have all of the spells left, or all of the charges left in the Staff of the Woodlands. That's good.
That's true.
I gotta figure out what it can do. 1 second.
Do Wall of Thorns.
Yeah, that's what the first thing that came to mind was that she could do that. Just, I mean, most of them aren't really. What else does she have? I don't play Eloise, so I don't know what all she has. Got Warcaster, got really. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and use the Staff of the Woodlands, Eloise, because I don't want to drain all your spells when we're obviously going to be in combat next game. So we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with Wall of Thorns. So using 6 charges of the Staff of the Woodlands, she's going to create a wall of tough, pliable, tangled brush bristling with needle-sharp thorns. It's going to appear within range on the solid surface. Makes a wall 60 feet long, 10 feet high, and 5 feet thick. Creatures within the area get to make dexterity saving throws, so that's cool. So we kind of want to do this where people are.
That is big. 60 feet
If anybody
long.
has any features that cause forced movement, works really well with this.
I'm gonna say that, yeah, Eloise would,
My friend who's paralyzed is good with forced movement.
I think I only have one thing that does it.
Yeah, but I lost my one thing that does it. Well, I got Charger still.
yeah, I think this is probably the smartest positioning for her. Because, I mean, it's Eloise, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, in her mind, protect her friends, put something up between all the dudes casting spells and everybody else. And she can still do it and hit 2 people. So I think that's probably our best bet. She's going to do that. She's casting Wall of Thorns. Using 6 charges. And then everybody who is in that area has to make dexterity saving throws.
That poor Drider. No matter where it goes.
Well, the Quagoth does succeed with the 20. Drider... Actually, does Drider get advantage on this? Let's double check. Does not. Okay, good to know.
Failure.
7d8 piercing damage.
Oh,
God
he's
damn.
dead.
Yeah, 23 points of damage to the Drider, which is more than enough to kill it. So when that happens, Apollyon, you are no longer paralyzed.
Yup.
Woo! Praise Arcades, hallelujah!
Let's see. The other Quagoth takes half that, so only 11 points of damage. Technically, it's still alive? And in a wall of piercing thorns, that's gotta be great.
Yeah, so when it moves, is it going to take it again?
It doesn't say it pushes. So when a creature can move through the wall, albeit slowly and painfully, for every 1 foot a creature moves through the wall, it must spend 4 feet of movement. Furthermore, the first time the creature enters the wall on a turn, or ends its turn there, the creature must make a dexterity saving throw. So it will be able to move out on its turn.
Gotcha. Painfully.
That's it for Eloise. We're at the top of the turn order. We have 30 minutes left in this game, so whatever is going to happen, we're going to be doing it this round, and then we're going to be stopping again.
Don't forget you've got inspiration, Blood.
It's your turn, Blood. What are you doing?
I guess he'd kind of step forward just a little bit. Now he can see the wall. He's probably never seen it before, but how tall did you say it ended up being?
10 feet.
10 feet tall?
Yeah, 10
and how
feet
tall
high.
are these platforms?
Those platforms are quite
Probably-
a bit taller than that,
yeah.
at least 10 feet
And
tall.
can you? I mean, I guess the wall's probably blocks. I'm guessing it's so thick. It's gonna. If it's 5 feet thick, it's probably you can't see through it.
You cannot see through it very
Yeah.
well.
You can see the officer, the Drider over here is dead. You know what? Alright, I guess now with these, is it like a solid box with stairs going up, or can you see, is there a cavity underneath you can see?
No, there is a cavity underneath.
Alright,
there's
so-
scaffolding there, and like there's a ladder and things like that, and that's
Storage space or something
Yeah.
underneath, or where
Yeah,
those
there's, like,
boxes were the other
boxes and
side?
whatnot.
So he could see, I guess, this one underneath and this one on top.
You can see the two on top. The one underneath is kind of obscured, and you can't see like there much of them.
I mean, he would probably fire at the one on the box just because it's. Plus, it looks fancy.
Like I said, two on the scaffolding, one on the ladder.
Yeah, he'll take whatever the one that looks. I mean, I guess if I zoom in, I can see it looks but this looks like a balloon, like a fucking neon balloon inside the.
It's just a drow. It's just a drow.
It's got some kind of spell or something above it, yeah.
Yeah, ignore that fact. It's just a drow wearing robes.
Yeah. So yeah, he's gonna target. I guess he wouldn't know because he didn't see specifically, but that might be the one that was shouting just a minute ago. But like I said, he doesn't know specifically. So, but he's gonna target her. Because he said it was well, I guess can he see if it's a female? Or is it a male?
I'd say, yeah, you'd be able to tell that this is a female.
Oh, yep, he's going to fire at that one. We'll go, we're going to go sharpshooter. 29?
Yeah, that's going to hit.
22.
22 will not, as the second arrow comes flying at it. It casts a spell, and the arrow strikes against the shield.
Yeah, well, we're gonna roll advantage, do the burn my inspiration, get one more shot, just roll regular, but it's still gonna be the sharpshooter shot. 19, so no. Alright, but the first one will hit. 32, and I guess if you want two of that's the drow poison. If you were wanting to, if this one's got something special too. So, 30 sneak and sharpshooter,
How
11
much
piercing.
You said?
2.
Okay.
Just 2 this time. So it'd be 30 sharpshooter and sneak plus 1 or 2 poison, and then 11 piercing. So 41 plus 6 is 47, plus maybe 48, 49, depending on if it's resistant.
Yeah, definitely resistant.
Alright, so 48 total then. And then he will use his bonus action to kind of dash back up the other side there.
Okay. That's it for your turn. Taking 2 sniper shots from the corner over there, hitting that drow at least once. She looks pretty angry and had to cast a spell to protect herself. Anywho, next up we have this guy over here who took some decent hits and yeah. Let's see.
But now he's got brush in front of him.
Yeah, can't really remember quite where people were, but knows it was like in the general area that way. He seems to be holding his hand. Well, nobody would really be able to see this, would they? Because there's like all that brush and whatnot.
Yeah, there's a lot in between.
But he at least remembers the fact that people were down in that area, though he can't quite remember where everyone is. So he's just going to go ahead and cast an area spell.
Ooh. Holy shit.
Yeah, because what he's casting is Cone of Cold. So a 60-foot cone erupts out of his hands through those thorns. And, well, everybody in that area needs to make Constitution saving throws.
Oh boy.
Oh god. Oh fuck.
That's an 18 for Alnad.
Do you get advantage for hasted?
No, not on a con.
I had to ask.
Maybe, I don't know if it does for Dex, maybe. I think the booth of haste might do
Haste
that.
is...
It just adds to your AC. It doesn't add anything to saving throws.
Advantage on Dex saving throws, yeah. Which I already have advantage on Dex saving throws.
Dude, for not seeing, that is a beautiful shot.
Like, I didn't
hit
even...
so much.
Yeah, I didn't even, like, adjust it very much. I was just like, okay, it's vaguely in this direction. That's the direction.
Yeah.
So that's 41 points of damage.
41 points of
And
damage.
the wall doesn't stop any of this?
It's it's thorns. Yeah. It really wouldn't stop.
It's not going to stop magic spell, no.
Alright. That's my exact hit points I dropped down.
Oh no.
Eloise also failed her saving throw. Fortunately, she is resistant to cold, so she's only going to take half of that at 20 points.
We could have healed you between battles. You got a shitload of potions. Like a shitload of potions.
Could have taken a long rest too, but we all decided not to do that.
Can't always take a long rest.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, we've been probably traveling for well enough time to take a long rest.
Yeah, oh yeah, we've this is like our 6th encounter.
And
since our last
just
encounter.
out of curiosity, when you're getting hit with psychic stuns and it's 2 in a long rest, are you sure you'll be able to complete a long rest? Yeah.
Yeah, we probably could.
You don't think it'd wake you up? Okay.
It might wake you up, but you go back to sleep.
I don't want to get turned into whatever this thing is turning people into. Alright, I want out of this place.
Okay, of the zombies, it looks like quite a few of them actually succeeded, or all of them succeeded, so that's good. So they only took 20 points of damage. Veil, what about you?
I got a 15.
Yeah, so that's a failure, so that's 41 points of damage for you. Also, I need one from Jareth.
What was the DC?
18.
Yeah, there's no way he's playing this. 9, you said?
It's 41 points of damage.
Yeah, so regardless, even if he saves, he drops.
Yeah, he would drop no matter what, yeah. So Jareth is gone. All the zombies are looking pretty shitty. This Quagoth here, even if he would... I'm not going to bother rolling his saving throw, because he was in the path, and even if he would have succeeded, he would have died anyway.
Drow are stealing our kills, man.
Pretty vicious battle going on here, and that guy's... Well, you guys can't see him, but he's going to move. Right there. Okay, next is Alnad's turn. Alnad in that radius is looking pretty... Oh, wait a minute. Shit. We've been forgetting about something.
Starting his turn.
Well, no. The thing that...
Layer action.
He has his thing.
Advantage on
Oh,
saving.
it's saving throws. So Apollyon, roll again.
Yeah, Apollyon
I
and
didn't
him...
roll at all. What are you talking about?
The saving
Your
throw.
con save.
Oh,
Give
the
you
con save?
advantage.
Yeah,
Oh.
you should have had advantage on it.
It's if you're within, what, 10 feet of him?
10 feet
All
of him,
right.
which he would have. So you should have gotten that.
Oh, God damn it.
I rolled less.
It was
Oh,
fate.
that's fucked up.
That's fine. It was worth a try at the very least. It is Alnad's turn. Alnad's kind of worried about this. Apollyon, you're right next to him, and you're down on the ground, unconscious. He is going to bend down and, with his action, use the last of his lay on hands to give you 10 hit points.
All right.
That's it for his lay on hands, and he kneels down and touches you, and with that you wake up and your eyes look, and you can see him looking down at you, and he's going to say to you, "You got to get out of here and deal with these assholes on the other side of there. Get up, boy." He's gonna.
Just for a mechanics question,
Peter.
when you're killed by Cone of Cold, aren't you frozen solid? So
No,
would
not
Apollyon
really.
still be standing up?
We
Okay.
use that whole thing as like flavor, but from mechanics standpoints, no matter what, if you go unconscious, you
Okay.
drop down.
Okay.
He is then going to use his movement 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, running around this area. He's going to use his feline agility to double that. 5, 10, 15, 20, that's 10 extra points right there, and he's going to yell out, "Over here! I can see you plenty of them!" That's it for his turn. And
Now they
next,
definitely know you're there.
well, he's not hiding.
I know.
But Apollyon, it's your turn. You are at least conscious. And you're in a big old
Breath
cloud
comes back
full
into
of
Apollyon.
You're also in a big cloud full of bugs.
Yeah, so I sit up abruptly and like inhale some bugs. And oh god, that doesn't happen often. Got to get back up off the mat. I'll use half my movement to stand up,
Okay.
and then I'll wade my way through this.
Remember that it's also extra movement because it's
To get out
difficult terrain.
over there.
But he's, I guess
Yep,
it's the potion.
that's all my
The
movement.
potion of speed, it'd still be working on it, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it would.
Or does,
I
so
think
yeah.
Oh
so.
yeah, that's right. I have additional movement. Was it
So just-
20 extra feet?
Yeah, it would have your movement to get up. Just think of, you having your normal full movement to get out of that since it's doubled with the haste.
Oh, speed is doubled. Okay.
Yeah.
Gotcha. So that's all of it. So I could still move another 40 after this. Okay, so yeah, I'll just get over to this Quagoth, I guess.
Got a drow there too.
I'm going to. I gotta think very carefully because I don't want to die again. Do I get advantage? Is the zombie flanking?
Yeah, I'd say more or less.
I'm also
Or
there.
Liam, I guess.
Yeah, Liam's
Oh,
also there, so yeah.
ally.
You guys have him pincered,
Alright, I'm gonna attack with advantage. That's a crit.
Nice.
And brutal. 16.
Plus the weapon.
16 is enough to hit him.
Huh? That is the weapon. The weapon
Oh,
die is
sorry.
D6.
You get
Sorry.
your brutal critical and the weapon die. You get a brutal critical die too, isn't that like an 8 or something like that?
No, the brutal critical is just another of the same
it's just
weapon
another
dice.
6, so it'd be a 6. So 16 points of damage. That Quagoth right there, yeah, he's still alive.
Okay, second attack.
Now that guy actually hasn't been hit at all. 17 will hit.
And
10 more points of damage.
You have a third attack.
use third attack. 23.
Yep, gonna hit.
9 points.
He's looking severely hurt, but
on
he's
this
still up.
one, I'm going to use a maneuver. I'm going to do a menacing attack.
Wisdom
For
save.
7 more points.
7 more points of damage. Yeah. He ain't looking great, but he's still barely hanging on.
Alright, he has to make a wisdom saving throw.
That would be a 9. Should have been a disadvantage, but
That's
it's
a
okay. That is a failure, so he is completely terrorized and frightened of you.
Okay. That was... How many attacks was that? 2? 3.
That was 3.
Yeah, that was 3.
Oh, right, I'm hasted. Alright, so I'm gonna use my bonus action to second wind and regain some more hit points. D10 plus fighter level.
Nice.
I'll regain 11 points of health.
Okay, 11 points of health, taking that second wind bonus. Veil.
Alright,
you're
that's
up
it on my
next.
turn.
All right. Am I muted still? Can you hear me?
Nope,
We can hear you.
All right. Vale's gonna walk over to where Jareth was and pick up the ring of spell storing, because I don't want to lose that. I'm assuming it fell on the ground there. Do I need
Yeah,
to do a
it
search?
it probably would have fallen on the ground there. You are going to have to do a search for it. I will allow you to use your bonus action to do this, since it's like it's not that difficult to find.
I can't. I need my bonus action to move the zombie, so I'll have to use my action to search.
You can use your action to search too if you want to. I will allow that.
Okay. Shit. Well, this sucks. Well, let me just.
Or you can leave it there and use your action and bonus action. It's entirely up
Yeah,
to
I
you.
mean, last time I left an important item on the ground, it was gone for a long time.
I mean, that's fair. You know, everything's a gamble in life.
Yeah, I do need to move these zombies out of this freaking infestation, or else they will die. So I'm gonna need my bonus action for that. I'm gonna have them go 5, 10, 15, 5, 10. This guy right here, is he still in the infestation?
Yes, technically he would be.
Okay. Oh, but okay. So if he was he here?
I think so.
Oh, he was. Okay, so 5, 10 would bring me here.
You are at half speed in the radius, by the way.
Yeah. So that's why I said 10 feet right here.
Yeah, 10 feet would get you there.
15 and then 20 would get me here. And there's 5. Would you? Okay. They're just going to. This guy will move in to here. They're gonna make grapple attacks against the Drow. Is that strength?
Okay, yeah, you can use your attack to try to grapple it. Let's do this one at a time.
Okay.
First guy saves.
Okay.
Second one saves as well.
No. That was the one to do good. Here we go, here we go.
Hey, with a 19, third zombie, two of them go lunging towards him, trying to grab him, and this drow just knocks him out of the way, jumps over the next one. The third one just tackles him and grabs him, and he is finally grappled.
And Veil's gonna have to use his action to pick up that, or look for the ring, right?
Yep.
Is that investigation?
Investigation check.
24.
24, you do find it in the dirt.
Alright, he's gonna pocket it, and he needs to kind of lick his wounds back here. He doesn't want to be... He's got 13 hit points. He wants to stay out of any kind of cold damage.
Fair enough.
Radius.
That's it for Veil's turn then. Next off, we have this Drow Mage. Doesn't have a lot of spells left. He can see Alnad there. He's at least going to attempt to take a shot at Alnad with a lightning bolt. Oops, I accidentally wrote that to GM. It's just a 14 saving throw. Easily manages to save. A lightning bolt comes shooting at Alnad. He jumps back a little bit and only takes half the damage. It was 12 points of damage that was rolled, so he only takes 6.
Okay.
Where's Alnad?
He's at the top of the screen.
Yeah, he's kind of hidden away from most of y'all.
Yeah, he went north.
That Drow's going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 feet, 30 feet to right there and kind of hide behind those things. Next off, we have a Quagoth, who is surrounded by Apollyon and a zombie and Liam and another zombie. Let's roll a d4 and see who he hits. 1 zombie, 2 Apollyon, 3 Liam, 4 zombie. He's going after this zombie right there. The 8, I believe, hits. The 7 does not.
Yep.
5 points of slashing damage to that zombie there. Next up, we come to the Drow Priestess, who's going to move this way 5, 10, 15 feet over to her comrade. Those of you who can speak Drow would hear her muttering like words of affection and worry as she casts Cure Wounds. Shitty roll. That was her action. Going to be it for her turn. Liam, you're up next, and you're surrounded by zombies and Quakeoff and Drow and all sorts of other shit. What you doing?
Right where I want to be. Beautiful. First, I'd like to make an attack at advantage at this terrified Quagoth between me and Apollyon.
Yeah, definitely.
28.
That's gonna hit.
Doing 11 slashing and 4 cold.
More than enough to take that guy out.
Okay. Then flip the glaive around and attack this guy right here.
Okay.
Not at advantage. Let me take that off.
Yeah, that Quagoth you haven't actually seen take damage yet.
My buddy needs to take a little damage. 16.
That hits.
One cold, 8 slashing, 9 total.
Yeah, he takes the slash and you stab right into him.
And then with my bonus action, I'll do a flurry of blows. And I'm going to direct it at this guy, the Drow.
Okay.
So here's the first one.
Does he get advantage? Because he's grappled?
That guy is grappled, so he would have
He is
advantage.
grappled, that's right, yeah. 18.
18 will hit.
Okay, and in tiger form, I do get to add cold to my unarmed strikes.
Oh yeah.
Alright, so 10 damage to him.
10 damage is more than enough to take that drow out.
Alright, and then bringing it back around to this Quagoth over here. And we'll do the second unarmed strike to him. Ugh, and that one.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's not going to hit him.
Oh, whales. Good round.
Yeah, still pretty damn good round.
But I did clear out those guys, and I did take an attack at him, which means if I leave his space, he doesn't get an attack of opportunity on me. So I'm going to 5, 10, 15. Oh, hey, blood! 20, 25, 30 into here. I think is a nice spot to move because there are big spells flying all over the place.
Yeah, there are. There are a lot of spells flying everywhere, and it's taken a lot. That's it for Liam's turn. Next up, we have a Quagoth who just watched Liam go running around him and disappear around that. He's going to take a slash at the zombie next to him. Both are going to hit. So, with an 8 and a 5, 2 slashes tearing through that zombie. Yeah.
Which one? I'm actually. I'm gonna move my just Veil over here. He's tucked away in the corner, but just so I can see the battlefield, if that's all right.
Yeah, that's fine for now.
It was all blocked. So you said this
put
one?
Jareth on the field just for vision.
Yeah, that one there.
Okay. How much was the total?
13 points of damage.
Okay,
It would have been a 5 that would have done him in, so you need to roll a 10 to stay up.
Yep. Yep, he's got 1 hit point.
More than enough. He stays up with a 1. Very nice. Next is the Quagoth's turn that was in that, the thorns. Fortunately, he can get through it, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, it's just extra movement, so it's an extra 5 feet of movement to go through it. Because it's either first time a creature enters the wall on a turn or ends its turn there. So it's already in the wall. It can get through it using 5 feet of movement. It's coming right up to you, Apollyon. Or actually, it would come up to the zombie. The zombie is technically the one right directly in front of him. So I'll go with that one. One attack at the zombie. 13 will hit. So 9 points of slashing damage. So it's going to need to make a 14 con save.
Nope.
That is a failure, so he is dead.
Alright, yeah, I gotta... When are we going to battle next time? Because I wasn't doing this right. I was, just... They're combined. I need to spread them out, and they're all individual when we're in battle.
Yeah, they would still have been taking all of the damage from the spells and that sort of thing, but
yeah,
individual hits is what you would have had to have been taking into account.
Yeah, so I'll just next time I know I'll do that. We just don't. I haven't really gotten many chances to battle with them, with this many of them. Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get it. I understand. I'm going to just go ahead and say we're going to leave his attacks at that. Next, we have the drow that's on the scaffolding next to the woman in the robes. Can technically see over the wall of thorns, but only barely. So really, the logical attack would be towards Eloise. A 21 is going to hit Eloise. Three points of piercing damage and a con saving throw. That's a nat 1. So she failed that. Eloise is now poisoned.
I thought she was immune.
She is immune.
Conscious.
Because she's a fucking drow. Or a fucking
Oh, okay.
Or, yeah, whatever type of druid she is. Or is it
Yeah.
all druids?
However, yeah, and I'm going to say that because she is a druid and is immune to poison, she'd also be immune to the sleep effect that poison would induce. Lucky for her. Next up, we have the Drow Aracnomancer.
That's a mouthful.
I know, right? Aracnomancer. But, she's got all her
Go ahead
spells.
and mance those arachnids.
She's actually going to touch herself and cast fly on herself.
Family Street, come on.
She touches herself in the belly, you pervert.
I know, it's just all about phrasing. I love it. It's just like with the long black shaft.
You know what? Rocks come falling down on blood from a stone, smashing him instantly. She's going to go ahead and fly up.
Immaturity killed the cat.
Yeah, immaturity did kill the cat.
He's got 8 lives. Don't worry, he's got 8 more.
So she's actually floating close to the ceiling, looking down at the group. Veil in Undercommon, you hear her calling out once again. Drow, who do you serve? Do you serve your queen? Do you serve the Empire? Stand with us or die!
Can I respond?
Yeah, go for it.
Veil sternly says, "You know I serve the queen." And then he gestures towards the battlefield. There's nowhere for me to go.
As a bonus action, you watch as this drow woman begins to change her shape, flying there, and her form mutates and transforms into a giant fucking spider.
A flying spider? That's just
A
even
flying
grosser.
spider.
The giant spider's gross enough, but one that fucking flies, that's just unfair.
Yeah, she's kind of just hanging out right there. That's going to be her turn. Last up is Eloise. God. Eloise, I'm sorry, but I'm gonna have to go ahead and use a spell because in this instance, it would be absolutely stupid for her not to. I normally don't like to use spells of my players when they're out, if I can help it, but in this instance, I can't, and so I'm using her last 5th level spell, and I'm casting Mass Cure Wounds. Well, actually, let me see. Up to 6 creatures within 60 feet of her, so let's see where she is.
Well, she could move forward, too.
I know.
And then doesn't she cast it on a spot? And it's like 30 feet within that spot or something like that?
Basically, she's going to have to step up to right about there. That way she can see everybody. She's putting herself in pure plain view. But because of that, she can get all 6 of us. Well, blood... Actually, no, she wouldn't be able to get blood.
He doesn't need it anyway.
Yeah, but
right
still,
now.
It's 5 people. She's doing it for everybody. So, Cure Wounds, 5th level spell. Sorry, Eloise. So everyone, not counting blood, is going to get 17 points of healing, including her.
Okay.
Buddy.
I'm up to a quarter of my maximum health.
That's all you need, right?
Yeah, that's all you need.
Yeah, totally. As long as I don't get hit by another chain lightning. In one round, I literally lost over 100 hit points.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Well, if you'd been, I guess, if you'd been
Which,
raging,
I mean,
that's
it's
when,
pretty
like,
on par. Like, Blood normally deals over 100 on his turn, so like...
Exactly. Well, guess what? That's the bottom of turn order for today.
Yeah.
Which means that we're going to go ahead and end things for this evening and pick back up next week. So, well, good news is none of you are dead yet. Apollyon only was unconscious for a brief second. You've taken out a decent amount of these Drow, but there's still quite a few powerful dudes left. So we're going to find out what happens next week. But hey, you've survived this far. Well, thank you to everyone who watched this evening. We're very appreciative of you hanging out with us. Come back next Monday at 7 o'clock to find out what happens in this massive, insane battle in the literal heart of the most fearsome creature in existence. It's going to be a lot of fun. So on behalf of everyone here in the Faab Five and everyone in the Random Rhapsody crew, I once again want to say thank you for watching. Have a great evening, and we'll see you next week. Good night.
Hooray!
Fuck.